Yeah, it is that time again. I mean, if you look back into what we've done, Saturday night, we gotta let them birds fly. After Sunday, man, we gotta let them birds fly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But in today's episode of the Bloodcast is gonna be very special because I mean, like as far as the gamers here. I've had the Street Fighter 6 tournament. I've got a chance to learn a little bit more of how the FGC works, but it's all done from one man.
Welcome to the Bloody Wars Bloodcast. Fun, baby. Let the motherfucking games begin.
Bloody Wars! Fly Eagles Fly Nation. This is JP Pitts, your host of the Bloody Wars Tournament, and welcome to another episode of the Bloodcast. Today is February 11th, 2025. The week of Valentine's Day. So all the couples out there, happy Valentine's Day to y'all. To the specific one, happy Valentine's Day to you. Joining me now, next to me, is the co-host of the Bloody Wars Tournament, David Figueroa. What's going on, man?
What's up, JP? What's up, guys? Oh, man, I can't wait for this Bloodcast. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. I know you guys are going to love this too. This is going to be an awesome Bloodcast, and I can't wait to give tribute to a few things. Y'all understand what I mean in a second.
So real quick, just to recap on some things. As you guys know, to those that were just on the stream last weekend was pretty huge. One of those reasons is because that Saturday night, we had the Blitz 99 tournament. That was last Saturday at the Galloping Ghost Arcade. Blitz 99 towards inspiration towards Super Bowl 59 that happened Sunday. We'll get to that in a minute. But to recap a little bit on what happened during that tournament, we saw a few people. I think we saw 12 or 13 people, which is not of a bad crowd. Would like to see more next year. Hoping for a bigger amount next year as we advertise these events going on. Yeah. So let's bring up the rankings, shall we? So obviously your top three contenders from that tournament, to those that didn't watch the stream, we've got DSP sitting at third place with the 49ers, because last year he went with the Cowboys, but a new move for him. Second place was our very own Lionel Cantu. Very good stuff. I mean, he told us, when he brought his family over to the arcade, he was practicing that game, and that obviously played off when he got a chance to get a taste of what the Super Bowl looks like. And obviously the first place winner, back-to-back Super Bowl champion, Norbert Vale, walks away with the trophy. Speaking of trophies, it wasn't the trophy that we had lined up for this event did not it didn't make it on time for that event, but we got a chance to see what the trophy really looks like. It was pretty cool. I was doing like a Facebook live stream yesterday, I believe, at the arcade. I had to get Norbert Vale because he was coming on that day, and I had to show the trophy off. And look at this thing. Like, it's gorgeous. Behold. Woo! The Blitz 99 trophy. And then obviously Norbert Vale walking away with that trophy.
Yeah.
We had to pull this one, the MVP award trophy, to the Blitz 99 tournament so that it could look like that they're winning something, because it is what it is. But
compensation, like the interim bell kind of, but just more temporary, that's all.
Exactly. But glad that Norbert Vale walks away the tournament with that trophy. He's been talking, it's funny how he was talking about like he just won the belt, right?
Mhm.
And he's already talking about wanting a three-peat. He wants that three-peat.
He does.
Speaking of three-peats, Sunday night. What happened, Mohomo? What happened, man? It was the pick six that he threw to that happy birthday to that rookie from the Philadelphia Eagles.
Man, what was his name?
I forgot.
Yeah, me too, man. But happy birthday.
But
Awesome.
Jalen Hurts.
Oh my
Fly,
God.
Eagles, fly. Hell fucking yeah. I mean,
Damn.
it was like a dream come true. I had no idea what to think.
This shit was crazy. Me and him are watching it through the TV in my room, and we see every highlight. And we are so we literally recorded 5 videos maybe of just saying the same thing over and over again. This can't be real. This is a dream come true. This makes me happy. This made him the happiest man in the world to see the Mahomo clan get put down. I was so happy to see the Eagles win. I knew we were gonna win. By halftime, we were 24-0. But he was like, "Oh no, don't jinx it, don't jinx." I'm like, "There's no jinxing it. We're winning this."
Because if you look back, I mean, it's happened before. The Patriots had that historic Super Bowl combat against the Atlanta Falcons. Like that shit can happen, man.
It can, but I just knew it, man. By the way that Mahomes was playing, I knew that we were gonna win.
It's Mahomo. Get it right. But
by the way Mahomo was playing.
Yeah, I mean, I was really excited about that event. It was that good of an event. Oh my God, I was up on my feet. I was thinking to myself, as soon as the refs called a pass interference on the offense on that first drive of the Eagles, I already know, it's gonna be one of those fucking games.
We were drinking the glass bottles of Jarritos, and he's like, "You know how to toast?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know how to toast." Cheers. As soon as we do the cheers, and I think it was the pick six that happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he jumped up and spilled half of his drink out.
Yep.
We were like, "Let's go!" Oh my God,
dude!
man.
I was ready to pull out the Modelo's. You had no idea, man. Specifically with the modern games, he made his debut in November, the beginning of season 3 of the Bloody Wars tournament with Street Fighter 6. For someone that's huge into FGC games, I was really impressed to see what I had to see. This was all pretty good stuff. So let's meet this man. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the commentator, your official Bloody Wars commentator. Give it up for our very own Lionel Cantu.
What's up, boys?
Hey, how you doing, Lionel?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Doing all right. Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad you agreed to do this.
Oh yeah, of course.
People want to hear from you, man. How have you been?
I've been pretty good. Like I said, that Marvel vs. Capcom collection came to Xbox finally. So
yeah,
really
and you're I heard you're an Xbox player too. So
yeah.
I'm more of a PS5 guy, but what's your takes on what's your takes on the fighting collection? What were you able to see when it released?
Well, what I'm most excited about is the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 soundtrack. To me, that's goated. In every fighting game I've ever played, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 to me is the greatest soundtrack for any fighting game.
Right.
Wow, okay.
I could see that. So MVC 3, correct?
2.
Yeah. Oh, 2. My apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could. I've played 2 a couple of times. My favorite one though is the original. I feel like it's one of those original games that people were drawn into where it all started. So I feel like that would be the game for me. But hey, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, can't go wrong with that at all.
It does work like that a lot.
It's very nostalgic for me because that soundtrack is so embedded in my head that every time I hear it, there's a lot of memories attached to that soundtrack. It's you had my cousins and family over and everybody's playing. We're all passing around the controller and, just the roster alone. I mean, geez, what a great roster. And then the music is just the icing on the cake for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I can totally agree with you on that.
Yeah.
So, Would you say? So let's say we bring out Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in the next Bloody Wars game or something, whatever. How would you feel about that lineup, and would you have confidence in that tournament one of these days?
Oh yeah, if as long as it's on, as long as I can bring my pad, like if I can play with my controller, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it would have to be on a console. Arcade stick, I'm not as good. I just can't, you know.
So you're a very big controller guy, right? I'm assuming from like
That's just how I
playing
grew
all
up playing. Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't a. I went to the arcades, but I wasn't like, oh, I want to go to the arcade and play fighting games there. Like, no, I want to play it at home.
Right.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So I get that. That brings me to my next question. So like the FGC games, right? I mean, you're
Right.
big. You're very familiar with how that industry works. Very different with what we used to do years ago. So I guess what I want to get down to is like how do you like FGC games? Like, why? Excuse me. Why is there a reason why the passion is there for FGC games? And um,
Like why you brought it to the Bloody Wars community.
yeah,
You brought that onto our organization. That's how passionate you were about it. We could tell. So
what drove you to having interest into the FGC?
Well, number one, I kind of wanted to see where I stood amongst like the best players, great players, and boy, let me tell you, like I consider myself to be good, not great, just good. And once you go to these, like once I went to my first FGC event for Street Fighter 6, got humbled really fast. And I think what draws me a lot to it is the fact that man, there's people that are better than me. I'm a competitive guy. Like I think if I invest time into any fighting game, I want to be the best at it, or at least I want to be great. And to see the caliber of players that you meet and like you get to play with, and you just start learning like how to be better. Like I, I think if you're an FGC person, that's what draws you back every time. It's like, man, if I can just get with these group of people, and you can also have a good time. A lot of these people become your friends, and next thing you know, you're playing online, and then you have a reason to see each other every now and then. And what's
Right.
better than getting together with your friends and playing fighting games?
Mhm.
right. Yeah, no, I get that, man. That's awesome. I'm glad you mentioned Street Fighter 6 because like I've known, JP's told me, I've heard from you, I've seen it and through your performances, right? Like I know Street Fighter 6 is like your go-to FGC game. Can I
Oh
ask
yeah, for
why?
sure.
Like why is
Why?
it your go-to?
Okay,
It's
so
a very recent game, so and already it's like, wow, this dude's crazy good at it. He loves it so much. Like that's his game. So why is it your game? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh yeah, of course. That's a great question. So it all starts when I was a kid. I think Street Fighter 2 was the first memory I have as a kid playing video games for the Super Nintendo. My oldest brother had it, and I remember, yeah, that's the earliest memory of any game I have actually, is Street Fighter 2, and just mashing buttons, not being able to do Hadoukens or nothing, but I was playing. And then I've just followed the series ever since. I remember when Street Fighter 5 came out, I forced myself to buy a PlayStation just to play Street Fighter 5. And to me, it was kind of disappointing, I have to say. Not because it was on PlayStation, it's just the game in general. I just wasn't, I lost that passion. And then when 6 came out, it was like, man, everything that Street Fighter 5 wasn't doing for me, Street Fighter 6 is definitely doing it. I'm talking like the engine for the graphics, the music is meh, whatever. The gameplay, I mean, yeah, the gameplay, I mean, to me, it's the best. All the new features like Drive Rush, Overdrive, Drive Impact, like all these mechanics that you have. Oh, then the roster. I mean, the rosters, I think
Right.
pretty damn good and getting even better.
This one loves the roster just because there's a character in there named JP.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's the only
That makes
character I don't like.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to be honest. It's the only character I just like. Somebody picks JP, I'm already like, It's
Because
gonna be
I'm
one of
sure.
those.
Hey, that was
That's me. I'm right here. Yeah.
Street Fighter 6, if I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure I'm not, but correct me if I am. The Street Fighter 6 tournament was your first time commentating for like one of our tournaments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah. You came into our organization as like a commentator and not, so much as crazy as a player, right? But like, that's another thing. We know you're big on FGC games, but
So what got you into commentating in the first place? We'll start with there.
So I went to a trade school for broadcasting, and this was back in like 2012, 2013. Originally, I wanted to do just sports, and I did. I got a little piece of that. I did Spanish commentary for the White Sox for the 2013 season, and
Nice.
it was more like an internship. They were paying
Yeah,
me, but it wasn't like an official position. So when the
that's
season
cool.
ended,
So you were working with
yeah,
the pros at the time.
yeah, I got to see all the pros at the time. But anyways,
Uh-huh.
yeah, so that's how I got started. I got my degree in that, and then after the whole White Sox thing, it just kind of like fizzled into nothing. And I was applying back to that same spot, and I had people already telling me like, "Good luck, kid. Like, you got to know somebody that is somebody in there." You know.
Uh-huh.
And then Chicago sports, I mean, it's a sports town, so you got all these people applying and fishing for that same position. So it gets tough. So I feel like I
Yeah.
kind of gave up on that until I started going to the FGC events. I'm like, man, they got guys doing commentary for video games like that. Like I, I should be doing that.
Right.
right.
Yeah, and so that's little by little, I did little mini tournaments here and there, and then once I got to Ignite Lounge and I saw that it was live and huge crowd, I was like, oh, I need a piece of that.
So when did you what's it called? When did you do the commentating for the Chicago White Sox? Because that sounds pretty interesting, even though they're dog shit right now. So
But interesting to
You
him.
don't
He
gotta
loves
tell
it.
me. No, yeah, you don't gotta tell me. Yeah, so that was back in 2013, right after I graduated. A guy that used to work there was like, "Hey, I know some people. Just like I said, that's how you get these kind of jobs."
Mhm.
So yeah, so they gave me the job for the season, and it was actually for ESPN Deportes. So like really official. Like you get your media pass every day, and I mean, it's the White Sox. I mean, I'm a baseball guy to begin with, so yeah,
Right. Yeah.
that was sweet for me.
Cool. So no, I mean it's cool that you started off with like the sports because you were into sports and
Yeah.
that's what it sounds like. That's pretty cool. Um so like what drove you into like commentating for fighting games? Because I know like for fighting games and then you actually playing sports, they're completely different. So
Right. Well, to me, it's similar but different. Meaning
right.
the competitive aspect of it is what's what really draws me to both. Like sports, like competition, like besides fighting games, I play a lot of sports games. I know I told you I play Undisputed boxing game. I'm pretty good at that. I'm really invested into MLB The Show baseball game, NBA 2K, oh, and Madden. I mean, I
Yeah.
play those games. My oldest brother, he plays Madden like competitively with like top ranked players. So every now and then I'll play a game with him, and he'll drop some knowledge.
Right. No, that's cool. So well, your first time into Ignite, you were pretty much doing commentating for them. What was your first game that you commentated for FGC related?
I did Ultra Street Fighter 4. It was at like
That's a good
my
game.
local yeah, my local college over here at Morton College. They had a
Yeah.
little fighting game event, so I went both as a player and a commentator, but I was working solo. And then they had this like the microphone was connected directly into the camera kind of gimmick.
Oh,
And
you're just soloing. You had nobody like a
yeah, it was just me by myself, and it was maybe like 14 people with only one monitor.
totally no pressure.
right.
Yeah, totally no pressure. Yeah. Yeah, it was like 3 hour and a half long tournament, just nonstop talking.
Uh huh.
Yeah, and it was like a lot of awkward silences. Yeah, I was green. That was my first shot at doing Street Fighter and fighting games, which is weird because I'm like I know the game like the back of my hand. I shouldn't have any problem with this, but that's just how it is. It's how the business works. How you get better.
Right, exactly. Especially if you're doing stuff to improve on your skills for commentating, it's pretty important. It's like we've got the chat here. We've got Tracy Gleave in the stream chat, Norbert Vale. Norbert used to go to Morton College, as a matter of fact. So
Late
cool.
90s.
Yeah.
In the
That's
late
cool.
90s. Okay.
His words.
Mine.
So real quick, with the game, so I know the story behind this, but a lot of people are curious. How did you get into Bloody Wars? Like, how did you meet JP? Pretty much
this one.
Yeah.
So
Not the JP from Street Fighter.
Right. This one.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, no, we'll talk about that some other time. No, how I met JP was there's a page on Facebook called Chicago Fighting Game Community, and I think you posted an ad for the tournament, and it's funny when I saw it, I'm like, man, this guy's trying to get ahead of the game. Like he's posting this in like it's like 4 months out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was like, I never seen anybody advertise a tournament that's like 4 to 3 months, to go. But anyways,
sure.
Yeah, I was already doing commentary for Ignite, and I'm like, well, it's an hour drive every time I go over there. I'm like, maybe there should be something closer. So when I saw that tournament, I was like, this looks pretty legit. Let me ask what's going on. And I remember I sent you a message like, hey, do you have any commentary positions open? And you said yeah. And did I send you a clip of something that I had done before, or a link or something?
Yeah, you did. I was trying to get an understanding of how familiar are you with like commentating and as far as like fighting game goes. And yeah, I mean, I was pretty impressed, not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, hey, I've only gotten better.
Hey, that's all you
That's all I
got.
can ask for, That's
Right.
all I can do. You love commentating, you got to get better at it. You've also done, gaming, you got to get better at it. Think you are you kind of tied? Like, are you kind of stuck between the two? Which one you love more? Are you kind of leaning more towards one or the other?
So, like, as far as like commentating and playing, pretty much.
Right. Like, would you rather be playing or commentating more?
Right. Well, this is how I finesse that. Every tournament I go to, wherever it is, I'm always playing. And if that's in question, I have to ask, like, okay, yeah, I'll do commentary, but can I also play? And if they say yeah, then all right, great. That does it for me. So
Luckily
what I'm trying
for
to
me-
say is I've never done commentary and not played in.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's awesome. So
yeah.
that's every time. You're used to the deal.
Exactly.
Cool.
I guess you did finesse that, huh?
I gotta stay on my game. I can't let commentary let me get rusty.
Exactly.
Right. I get that. Yeah.
While you're trying to win. Speaking of winning, you were so close to winning that first tournament of the Bloody Wars tournament that you attended to. That was Street Fighter 6. You were in third place at the time behind Spirit and I got Milk, right? Yeah. So what was that like? I mean, I know you've played those guys before. You're already familiar with who they are, so you're just probably like, yeah, this is a no stranger type of deal. But
Right.
what's it like playing them in the Bloody Wars arena?
Well, that was the first time I played I Got Milk, and he gave me a run back. He gave me a run back, and I took that run back. So
Yeah, that guy was good.
no, yeah, he was. Yeah, he's. I would say he's better than me now. He definitely like got really 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 good. Spirit, I mean, it is what it is. Spirit's that guy. Especially since he's a JP main, that's like even tougher for me, or at least a really tough matchup for Guile. So
Right.
yeah,
So
it's tough.
Go ahead. Yeah, I mean it is tough to get in that field when you're that good. How'd you meet Spirit? Because I know like when we saw him at first, like during the time, like the place wasn't even open yet, and then you came in and you like like you knew him right away. So you must really know your FGC community guys, huh?
Yeah, I try not to miss an event, and it's regulars. That's all it is, just regulars. People that are there. It's bi-weekly. They always show up, and they don't only show up there. They show up at Mid Lane Esports over with Kelvin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most of the same guys that go to Ignite go there too. So, that's two tournaments per weekend.
How often does so Kelvin, he hosts his own tournaments over there, right?
Yeah, he does them in Logan Square.
Oh, that's cool. I did not know that. How often does he do that?
I think it's every Sunday.
Do you commentate for him?
No, I have not done commentary for him. Every time I've gone, it seems like they got their like regular commentators.
Yeah. You haven't thought at one point where you could be like, oh, maybe I should commentate for like bigger events one of these days, like for Combo Breaker.
Combo Breaker for sure. Yeah, that's goals right there.
We've got that reel up for you. Playing a little bit of that right now. So yeah, I mean, I'll submit it through you ASAP, and I'll probably submit it through Combo Breaker as well, because actually Galloping Ghost is attending to Combo Breaker soon to reveal that Dark Presence game. So we'll put out a good word for you.
All right, man. I feel the love. Much appreciated.
Yes,
That
sir.
would be
Yes, sir.
fantastic.
It's a dream come true, because like big fighting game events like Evo and Combo Breaker, that's where it hits the most, right?
You know what? I
So-
always said Evo is that's the dream, right? That would be like me calling WrestleMania. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. I can see it that way.
Yeah,
too.
like
I'm
you
not
call
gonna lie.
Evo, I mean that's the biggest FGC event, I would say worldwide.
Oh, absolutely. I can't agree with you more. Kenny Omega, I think he went to an event with Combo Breaker Street Fighter 6, if I'm not mistaken, because he's big in that industry too. Have you met Kenny at one point?
No, I have not met him, but I've seen a lot of like YouTube videos of FGC events, like major events around the country, and he's been in a few of them. Like he's really involved with the whole FGC community. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of celebrities that are into that. T-Pain's into the FGC.
Oh, really?
What?
Wow. I had no idea.
Lupe Fiasco, he's involved too.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm familiar with him for sure.
Who?
He's T-Pain, right?
No, we're very familiar with T-Pain.
Yeah, Lupe Fiasco. You know Lupe Fiasco, Chicago rapper.
Don't know who that is. I'm not a big rap.
I've heard of it. No, I've heard of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
no, not
Okay, well
a big rap guy.
he's for sure more popular than the three of us. So, yeah,
Well,
yeah. But he goes to FGC events too.
So, what do you what do you think to accomplish within the next, I don't know, 10 years as far as like commentating goes? Like, where do you see yourself at with these fighting games? Because I mean, they're growing every time. They're growing. Like, there's always new games every year now. Like, not every year, but like, there's always something new coming out in that industry. And I feel like, it's getting more popular to the point where it's starting to become more competitive now. So, how would you prepare yourself through, like, if you really want to go for like a big event for like a fighting game that's like out there that you're really good at? How would you prepare yourself to play at the game? Because I know you like to play the game and then you like to do commentary as well. So what gives you the motivation to practice for that game if you were to play Street Fighter 6 one of these days?
You know what it is? You gotta find somebody that's better than you. Because once you start playing people that are better than you all the time, you'll eventually surpass them if you discipline yourself. Like I'm talking like training mode. Like before you even play on, I have a bad habit of getting home and just jumping online and ranked, and then that's my warm up, and then I end up getting spanked. Like no,
Yep.
like there's a process. Like you gotta start up the game. I stretch. I stretch before I even start playing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to go into training mode. You got to practice your bread and butter combos. If you're experimenting something new, try that in casual. Do not take that to ranked. You got to make sure you master something before you go to ranked. That's how people get, annihilated online. You cannot afford to make any mistakes, so you got to be ready. Now, if I want to go and you're talking about like, man, Lionel, you got to get ready for Evo, like GG's, man. It's
Yeah,
tough,
pretty
man. Like
much.
no, like I said, I consider myself pretty good at Street Fighter, but I'm not great. Like being great at that game, that means you invest at least, I'm gonna say 4 to 6 hours plus. Like I work, I have a family, like I have a wife, kids. Like if I'm lucky, I get 2 hours, but I'll definitely get 1 hour in a day. So
Does that
you can't compare my 1 or 2 hours to people that play at 6 hours plus online consistently with high ranked players.
yeah, and I'm wondering how some people manage, especially if they got a lot going on. You got the family to take care of, you've got work now, and then you're playing. You're practicing with these games, like
Norbert Vale. Like
how does that work,
Jeez.
man?
Dude, like I said, man, that's that dedication. You gotta want it. Like when I play, when I find myself playing, but I'm not playing to just like win. I'm playing to learn something. I'm when the match starts, it's like I'm locked into, okay, I gotta read this guy as soon as possible so I can figure out how I'm gonna win. It's not just
And
let me press.
you usually play casually with Spirit, right?
Yeah, he's online all the time. So, if I want to get spanked, then I'll be like, yo, Spirit, run a set.
Yeah. Call him on speed dial ready. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, Norbert Vale, he can relate too. I bet Eddie can too. Yeah, he's on there too. Yeah, it's a very busy thing to get into. So we weren't promoting it as much, but I should get on that soon. We have been talking about Fight Fest.
yes, we have.
We have been talking about the weekend event where we're going to be bringing out MK11, Street Fighter 6 Saturday, and then Sunday Tekken 8.
Tekken 8, uh-huh.
Yep.
Well,
So
let me say something.
go
Let me
ahead.
say something before you
Yeah,
go.
go ahead.
Okay. Street Fighter 6, I feel like I got it in the bag. Okay. Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat 11, I feel like I got that in the bag too.
Okay.
Tekken 8, you saw what I did the other Sunday.
Sure did.
So I'm gonna say I probably got that in the bag too.
3 piece? Is that what we're gonna be hearing from you, Lionel? Is that what's
That's what
gonna
I'm.
happen?
That's what I'm striving for.
Okay, that's
Hey,
a
I gotta say, Lionel, I've never
Total
seen you play
dominance.
MK11. I've never seen you play MK11, but I've seen him play MK11. He's good. He's very good. He's very good. Like, and I'm not look. I'm not saying anything about how you play, but I have yet. Like, I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't let me see his losses, but I rarely. Like, he played online before so many times, and I've rarely ever seen him lose. Like, he is very good.
hey, his words, not mine. But I'm just saying, like,
Wait, are you gonna play in a Mortal Kombat 11 tournament? Are you gonna participate?
oh no, I'm running the thing.
Yeah, but you also ran Power Stone in the second one, and you participated.
Okay, well,
Lionel's commentating. He's participating.
that's
Kevin's commentating. He's participating.
What, you can't
That's how
you
people
can't
are
run the
commentating.
tournament and participate?
Come on, it's Fight Fest. Understand something. I understand that like during normal tournaments, those aren't like crazy big, but they're like there's something expected. Fight Fest is like it's our biggest summer thing. This is a whole weekend of fighting games, and you're not going to participate in one of them.
no. Why should I? My skills are that good. Why should I? that would leave, and like I would want to see a first ever man that would pull off all 3 events. Like pull off all 3 events throughout the I want to see that, and that's what Lionel's talking about. You think I'm gonna take that away from him? Why would I do that? I'll feel bad.
Okay. I like
I
it.
want
I
to.
like the trash.
Now we need to see it. Now we need to see him in there.
Yeah, we sure. Hold on. Let me just ask you one thing.
Sure.
Who's your main in Mortal Kombat 11?
Cabal. Cabal.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe it's a
Who
good
I-
thing you're not playing. I don't want to embarrass you in front of your own tournament.
Oh, what are you trying to say? Who's your main?
Johnny Cage.
Oh well, okay.
Okay, a lot of
Oh.
people have their main of Johnny Cage. Though
Honestly,
if you know how to play Johnny Cage, you know how to play Johnny Cage.
He's annoying. He is so annoying to play with. Oh my god, he's annoying.
It is what it is, man.
What?
JP, you did. Norbert speaking out. JP, you didn't say that when you got your ass handed to you on Blitz 99.
Okay, it was 3 points, Norbert. Got that field goal. You had your little win. Congrats.
Were you scared that Lionel's gonna have his? You're gonna get your ass handed to you on a silver platter once again.
I don't know about that. I haven't seen. I don't know how Lionel plays, but if he's playing Johnny Cage, I don't know.
I think he might be screwed.
I'm very annoyed with that character.
I think he might be screwed. I need to see this now. This is so awesome.
But what were you gonna say, Lionel?
Yeah, I forgot to mention something. Speaking of fighting games, the new Marvel versus Capcom collection that's gonna come out in May is gonna have Power Stone and Power Stone 2 included.
I did remember that.
Yeah, that's something you should be checking out.
Well, that's the thing. I did say that like with August, I would bring back Power Stone. You know, Aiden can have a little advantage. The monitor is like brighter now. We get to play with monitor controls. Oh, that means I get to bring my stick. Oh no, yeah. Aiden, you're really good now. But yeah, I mean that's something interesting that we can. Why? Are you familiar with Power Stone?
I had it for the Dreamcast, like the original. Yeah, back in the day. I didn't play it as much, but I did have it and I did play it. But I'm probably not as good as you are at that for sure.
Well, that's just for the arcade though. I mean, if you get your hands on these guys that have controllers, like I don't know how to compete with that, honestly. Like I would have to be on the cabinet to feel like to be really good at it. Controllers, like when I'm going on Fightcade, I'm like, oh, I don't know about that.
See,
man.
That's how I am with vice versa. Like with the arcade sticks, that's how I feel. Like I don't know, I don't feel confident. But give me a controller, and now we're talking.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, I'm the other way around. I'm just like, whew, wow, this is completely different. I mean, but hey, we gotta give the people what they want.
What about MK1? The new MK1.
Oh,
you've done that on both.
Yeah,
you've done that on both.
No, honestly, when the Mortal Kombat 1 cabinet came out at the arcade, like I was in the zone. Like that was like my best one. And that with the cabinet, best one. Like with these now, like I could pull off like a combo like what 60 or 70% of the time, like my best one, but like with the stick, easy. Like nothing's like cutting through a slice of butter. Like,
and that's saying a lot because I've seen some of his combos. He's pretty good at it.
So what was I gonna say? Jeez, what the so
Norbert?
No. Yeah, oh yeah, but take care, Norbert. Catch you later on. Yeah. So why Street Fighter 6? Like I know like we've been seeing like Mortal Kombat, Tekken 8, like those games are coming out, but you've got this drive for Street Fighter 6. What's up with that?
You know what's funny? My wife asked me this not so long ago. She's like, it seems like you get all these games, like I buy new games, and she's like, and then you just end up ditching them all just to play Street Fighter like 90% of the time. Yeah, she's like, you spend all this money on other games just so that you can keep playing Street Fighter. I'm like, you're right. I'm like, this is how I feel. Every time I get a new game, it's like, going to like a friend's house and having fun for a little bit. You're playing this new game, and then Street Fighter's just home. That's just that's where home is to me. Street Fighter 6.
Is it
I enjoy playing Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct, all these other fighting games, but nothing hits like Street Fighter for me.
so is it just the 6 that you're into, or is it like 4, Third Strike you can add in as well, or is it
Man, let me
just
tell you. Okay, so that's a lot of heavy hitters you just threw at me. I just don't have
uh-huh.
time to keep up with all of them, so I
Yeah.
invest most of my time to 6. But every now and then, like yeah, I'll throw on the Street Fighter collection and play some Turbo, Alpha, Third Strike. I mean, Street Fighter, man. What can I say?
Right, for sure. It sounds like you've grown up with that game. A goalie is the main character for all of them, right? Or is it just specifically for 6-2?
No, I'm a Guile main. I remember
Jesus, why
early
is
on,
it goalie?
early on as a kid, I really liked Fei Long. That's like the Bruce Lee themed character they had.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, but consistently, yeah, Guile.
That's cool. What is it about the character that you like? Is it the moves they brings, the style to the? Is it just the tone of the
Ah man,
character? Like what?
you're gonna expose me here.
That's what it's all
I know
about.
I'm about to get exposed, but that's all right. Honestly,
That's what it's for.
it's just the fact that he only has 2 moves, and that's all I ever had to learn: Sonic Boom and Flash Kick.
Oh,
Keep
there it
it
is.
super
Okay.
simple. Yeah, keep it super simple. Not that I don't like all the Shotos like Ryu and Ken. Yeah, they're fun characters, but yeah, nothing hits home like Guile. Just and a charge character. I find more joy in playing charge characters than I do anything else, even grapplers. So yeah,
Really?
Guile. Yeah, for that reason, Guile is number one.
No, because I'm like, because I've seen you play. You know what? As a matter of fact, because I feel like it's the throw and then the flip kick that he does. I'm trying to
Oh yeah,
remember what it
upside down
is.
kick.
Yeah, but those are the
Yeah,
main. Yeah, that's
yeah.
what it is.
Sonic Boom and Flash Kick. That's it.
Those are those.
Yeah,
That's all it is. Here,
yeah.
let me
Just 2 moves.
pop this up real quick. This is one of Lionel's matches. Oh, this is against Chris Plackey. That was a tournament, by the way, and you were pretty spot on with that character, then, huh? Like you know everything about him.
Yeah, playing against Chun Li, very popular character, so I see a lot of Chun Li's online. So, Chris Plackey, no offense to him, but he didn't do anything I hadn't seen before.
Sounds like we got to get a match going. Maybe we need a T-shirt.
Yeah, but you know what? To his credit, I do remember. I think he took the first round of like the first match or something, and I was kind of like, oh shit, like I had to sit up and everything. Like, okay, hold on.
Step up my game over here, right?
Yeah. No, yeah. I now that I'm seeing this, I do remember that, but I quickly caught on. So, well, yeah, we know how that went.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it sounds like it sounds like you know what you're doing when you're playing these games. I mean, I thought we were gonna see like first place right off the bat from Lionel at that tournament, but we got a chance to see you going to the grand finals with Blitz 99. I mean, you did say you're into FGC tournaments, but after that Sunday, wow, or Saturday, I should say, that was some heavy stuff, man. Great. Like, how'd you feel during that time? You got to grand finals. You're close to beating Norbert. It was just a crazy moment. What was that like?
Well, I'm surprised. I surprised myself. I didn't expect to get that far. I like I said, I tried to practice the Saturday before, but only got in like 2 games, and the guy I was playing with like just annihilated me. So I just felt like I didn't really get much out of that.
2 games is enough, huh?
No, yeah. Also, I was using the Oilers, and I just I didn't feel comfortable enough with the Oilers.
Who was their roster at the time? I'm trying to remember. Was it
Steve McNair?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Eddie George was a running back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. That was a good
yeah.
team. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Anyways, then yeah. So the Saturday of the tournament, I think I was most impressed when I beat DSP. I was like, man, there's no way I'm gonna beat this guy. Like, if he had that close of a game with Norbert, like, no way. And
Right.
somehow I pulled it off. And
And people,
then and then I had to play Norbert, and I couldn't stop that stupid screen pass to the chain pass he does. And I was like, oh man, if I can't figure this out, like I'm not gonna win. So I was actually surprised how close the game was.
yeah, man, I get that. A lot of people are like intimidated by Norbert and people who cut it close with Norbert because I mean he's a big champ, you know. He's a big shot in the.
No,
He's a big
yeah,
shot in
shout
our
out to
community. So
Norbert,
it's like,
man.
wow,
He
if
earned
you
that.
beat him, right? So if you beat
He's
him,
a
it's like,
champ for a reason.
yeah, man.
Back to back too. I mean,
Uh-huh.
wow. I think we need to see well, you know what? This should honestly though, I want to see this because like I want to see like a match between Lionel and Jim Patzer, and then like they could have their own revenge Super Bowl or something. We got to promote.
How do you feel about that one, Lionel?
Jim Patzer? I don't know who that is. Who's Jim Patzer?
So last year in the Blitz 99 tournament, he was in the lead and he was in the same position as you. There was a time where he was in the lead by a lot, and it looked like that it was all over when Jim Patzer received the ball to close the whole game off. It was like 19 seconds left on the clock, and there was a historical moment where. So I guess when Jim Patzer was running across the end zone just to kill off the clock, because that was the strategy he wanted to use. Norbert said, "Hell no!" He grabbed the player, made him fumble, and caught that ball in that same end zone and got a touchdown out of that and won the whole game from that.
I think
So-
David was telling me that he ran it from like end zone to end zone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was all the way in the other side of the field, and Jim was running back and forth in just his end zone. And I didn't think that no one was going to do anything because, again, like JP said, it was like 19 seconds on the clock. So it was like, there's no way this is going to work. And Norbert comes blitzing straight to the end zone, tackles him in his end zone, and Jim fumbles the ball. Norbert recovers it in the end zone that gets him the touchdown and wins the game. It was crazy.
You know what? As a matter of fact,
we have the clip right here, actually.
Just the community members at the arcade, you probably remembered how this happened, but
man, did you guys erupt when that happened? I can only imagine all the screams.
Oh my God! There was a moment where like it was just nothing but screams. Like,
oh my God!
It was just,
that must have been a lot of fun.
Oh my God! I just had it. What the? It's like right in my hands. All right, cool. Here it is. All right, folks. Here's the moment where the first,
everything changed.
Yeah,
the moment
for real.
Where history was made
for Lionel to see.
Man, NFL's greatest moments right here, huh?
Yes,
look
sir.
at this. Look at this.
Norbert, first and goal. Trying to measure it out. Touchdown received. 19 seconds left.
19,
the 2-point
Classic
conversion.
Green Bay Chicago rivalry. I like it.
He might do an onside kicks too.
Yes, sir.
He's got to get this onside kick. That's going to happen. Oh, can he get? Oh, it's two. It's good. 2-point conversion.
There it is.
Good.
Here it comes.
Okay, he's running out.
Jim Passer trying to running out the clock. Fumble. Oh, it's a touchdown. Norbert. Oh my God. Norbert failed.
You're all freaking out.
He did he pulled a fumble at the end zone. Oh my! Jim Passer has to go. He has to go now. 1 second left. No. Norbert fell. Is your new.
Yeah, that was what a victory, man.
Oh my God. what a day that was. I'm right there, but I mentioned in like the stream that we mentioned this. I said I was at school. I was thinking about the Raw tournament, but I was there for that tournament. I'm just remembering that. That was insane.
Dude, I can only imagine how everybody just
Uh-huh.
lost it watching that.
Right. You wouldn't even understand. Lost it isn't even the half of it, bro.
And he was the Bloody Wars champion at that time too. That was his second reign, and just winning all of that, I'm just like, when is this fucker gonna lose?
So was that the first Blitz tournament you guys have done?
Yeah, that was the first ever. Yeah.
That was the first one.
Yep.
Damn.
So before I had that trophy, the trophy that I revealed in the stream last night or yesterday, that was my first ever football trophy that I've pulled out. Last year, I 3D printed the Vince Lombardi trophy that you see in the NFL. I just 3D printed it off of that, did a model off of it, and printed it out.
Right. Yeah, the Lombardi trophy is nice.
Beautiful piece, man. So yeah, I mean, you got to experience that. And you're, like I said, you're into your main games are like Street Fighter 6. So what got you to like how did it feel knowing that you're gonna be in a game whereas far from different from Street Fighter 6?
Well, I like sports games. I mean, I never played Blitz because I never had it. Like the only opportunity I ever got to play it was like if they had it at some arcade, which was like once in a blue moon kind of thing, like game that I would play. And I've seen gameplay on like YouTube, like videos, but for me to like grab a controller or go to an arcade and be like, yeah, I'm gonna play Blitz, like, nah, man. Saturday before was probably, I think, my first time playing 99. And I mean, it's a simple game. It's not like, if you know football, it's not hard to catch on to how the game works.
For sure.
Right, yeah.
But I mean, which was cool. I remember we had our very own match, you and Devin at the time. That was pretty cool to see.
Me and Devin?
No, Lionel.
Lionel.
Devin, yeah. But no, it's cool. It's cool to see you trying something new with these games. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean,
I do want to add something though.
What's up?
Aiden. I've never played against somebody that wanted their opponent to win so bad.
Where he keeps running backwards.
No, and not only that, it was just like he kept motivating me, like, oh man, that's a nice pass. Oh man, maybe you'll have better luck the next time.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. And I love Aiden for that. Like the good sportsmanship and just like, oh man, you play really well. Like, thanks, Aiden.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling out your plays every time.
Yeah, he's a good sport.
He's a very good sport. He's very encouraging. Like that's what we all love him, dude. We love the Cordova family in general, but like Aiden is a big part of him. He's very encouraging to all the players. Like no matter what game it is, no matter who he's playing, no matter where it is, like, it's awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Aiden.
It's
keep
crazy.
Up that good spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy how you got that, but when we were playing Power Stone, I never got that. He wanted to beat me so bad, like, and I was. I'm not gonna lie. I was taunted in that tournament. I was giving it to them. I was giving it all to them. So just seeing that, I'm like, you don't want to fuck with this kid.
Yeah, and he was pretty good too at Blitz. Like he's pretty good at that. I played a little bit of Street Fighter 2 at the Ghost on the arcade, and he beat me in that too. I'm like, damn, Aiden's pretty good.
It sure is, yeah. Yeah, we just gotta. The only thing that we gotta do now is just tell him not to go backwards in the field.
Yeah, kept running backwards.
He'll catch up. He'll catch up.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah,
but we had fun.
So
that's all that matters.
For sure.
Yeah.
So you've been in the Bloody Wars for a very long time now. I mean, for 3 months now, right? Or 4 months going into.
Is that a long time in Bloody Wars time?
Very, very long time.
Well, it was a very long. It was back in my
very
day,
long time.
right? So, but you've got a taste. Like you've been here enough to get a taste of what the community is and how they are, like the regulars here for Bloody Wars.
Yeah.
What's that like? And what are your close relationships with them?
Well, it's awesome, dude. I mean, being around gamers in general, I mean that's my community. Uh, I think everybody that is part of that community at least has something in common, something put us all here together, and that's
Right.
video games. Whether it be at an arcade, whether you play video games at home, school, wherever, we're all gamers and we're always gaming. So any opportunity I get to be around, that kind of environment, like I'll be there.
For sure,
I
man.
support it.
That sounds awesome. I know you've got some stuff to do. I know you've got like a whole day to rest and everything. So is there anything you want to say to the regulars? Anything you want to say to the people that are watching the stream? Any encouraging words?
You keep gaming. I mean, it does. I don't care what your age is, what kind of games you like, what system you're playing on, PC, consoles, whatever, handheld, mobile games. As long as you're gaming, like we're all family. If everybody plays, we all win.
For sure. And well, one more thing before we let you go. There's this gamer right now. I mean, she's trying to get into gaming right now. She's trying to get into like streaming and like she's literally like there's like remodeling the area, the studio area, and like trying to piece everything together with like game streaming. So that's what this player is doing right now. If do you have any encouraging words towards like what we could like inspiring words for like video gaming in general, like any advice you would give or encourage?
Like beginner gamer as well, like this is the first time you're gonna get into video games kind of deal.
Yeah, pretty much for streaming at least.
Okay, first and foremost, something that you genuinely have a passion for. I see people play like the popular games just because they're popular and you might like it, and it might be successful for you, but I think people are most successful when they're playing a game that they're genuinely passionate about, because that's when people not only watch you play, but they're invested in watching you play. Like they want to see how you react to certain things. They want to see, also it's like they can relate. I follow people that play Street Fighter 6, and it's like, man, I watch this guy play all the time, and he sounds like me. He's like losing and he's getting all grumpy, but when he wins, he's all happy. Like, and it's a tough road. Not as soon as you start streaming, like don't expect a million viewers or 1,000 viewers or 100 viewers. You got to start really small, but you just gotta keep at it. That's all it is. Just keep at it. Stay consistent. That's how you get better. Yeah, that's about all the advice I have.
Nice. Some inspiring words.
So yeah, man. I agree with you 100%.
For the love of the game. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate your time being here, and I'm glad that you were here and giving us your thoughts.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
of course, man.
I'm glad you're here, and we will see you in the next Bloody Wars event.
See you, Lionel. Be safe, man.
Well.
All right, take care, man. That was Lionel Cantu, ladies and gentlemen. He was on the Bloodcast just now. It was cool to see Lionel, our own guys, live in the Bloodcast. We got to do more of those often.
Really do, man. That's great.
Because we did one with Catherine at one point. Now we're doing one. We just did one with Lionel. We got to get Devin in here next one of these days.
That would be awesome. Him and like maybe Aiden and Damien, or just like one with Devin first, and then we'll do like the Cordova family.
But for now, to those that are just viewing the stream on Twitch, we're gonna be sending you guys over to Gamer Angel, who is playing Street Fighter 6 right now. That's Lionel's favorite game, so we're doing this for him. Tell him what you've seen in the Bloody Wars tournament. Tell him about the Bloodcast, and get your hands on Mortal Kombat 11 because the Cabal that I'm about to be bringing is gonna be it's gonna be too fast for you to catch up on. So that's to everyone out there. Until next time, this is JP Pitts, your host of the Bloody Wars Tournament. For more information on how you can sign up today, just visit www.bloody-wars-tournament.com. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the stream. Fly, Eagles, fly.
See you guys. Have a good night.